CNN10 script, Wednesday, March 4th, 2026. Script 125. A stunning regime change in Venezuela, January 5th, 2026. Reading aloud. A heavy reinforced military presence on the Colombian side of the Colombia-Venezuela border, and you can see 3 armored vehicles here, a 4th over there. But it's not just military that has set up here on this side of the border, but also we're told humanitarian aid in case anything happens with regards to a rush of individuals coming here into Colombia. Now let me set the stage a bit for you. This is the border crossing where we are, Cúcuta, Colombia. On the other side, you enter Venezuela, and you can see on a Sunday morning, traffic is moving rather calmly back and forth. This is pretty typical if you talk to locals. The only difference is the military presence and the press, and you've got many individuals from media across Latin America who have set up here to get a sense of what could happen next. Now, Cúcuta is really an interesting town in that this is a pressure valve, if you will, a real indicator of what could come next. This is a place that we saw a lot of the surge of outward immigration from Venezuela in the past decade plus. Here in Colombia, you have the largest diaspora of Venezuelans, some 3 million according to some estimates. And of course, you have Venezuelans who pass through here to then continue out into Central America, through Mexico and into the US. Many of them we've met along the way in recent years, and a lot of them reference the instability, the uncertainty, the insecurity of living in Venezuela. So the folks here who have made their lives in Cúcuta, for example, they were out in the streets late into the night. In fact, we touched down just before midnight and folks were still out celebrating. You had families draping themselves in flags. There were a lot of emotions, people seemingly very happy. What's interesting is when you speak to those individuals, those who have been, say, 10 plus years out of Venezuela say they have their lives here in Colombia. No matter what changes in Venezuela, they have no real desire to move back. But those who have been here less than that, and it seems to be a rough average of 10 years or so, say they do want to go home. They want to try to reestablish their lives. So this could be a place where we see a few things. You could see folks who are fearing the chaos, fearing more instability, fearing more fracturing coming from Venezuela into Colombia. You could also see those who are fearing retaliation because perhaps they're aligned with Maduro. But then on this side, you could see a reverse migration. Folks who want to go home, want to go back to Venezuela, and this is where many of them would return on that crossing. But on this Sunday morning, as of now, is tranquil. It's not a rush in either direction. Folks skeptical, hopeful, but uncertainty is still in place.